Brilliance Audio presents From These Broken Streets by Roland Merullo, performed by Angelo Di Loretto. Having been caught in a sudden afternoon rainstorm and separated from his friends, Armando ended up spending the night on an awning-covered porch in the Chiaia neighborhood, a sleeping place he'd never used. There was thunder in the wet darkness and flashes of lightning, too, not so different from the years of Allied bombing. He woke at first light to find his legs in a puddle and a man standing over him. The owner of the house, he guessed. The man was as wide as a wine barrel, with thick arms and fat hands, an ugly mouth, and short curly hair that came to a point low on his forehead. A silvery scar ran across the middle of his neck. He reached down and lifted Armando to his feet, not gently, and held him there, wet, shivering, too close. "You pay rent here?" the man said, the scar on his neck bouncing with each word. Armando couldn't speak. His legs were shaking, his breath coming in gulps. After a few bad seconds, he shook his head. "You have a name?"
Armando.
"Last name?" Another shake of the head. "You sleep wherever you want to?"
Si, on the streets."
The man ran his eyes, small, dark, merciless, over Armando's face and released his grip. "You're a Scugnizzo." Armando nodded, proud of the label. Scugnizzo, street kid. He was slightly less afraid now. "What do you do for food, for money?" The boy narrowed his own eyes, didn't blink, didn't turn away.
"What I have to."
The ugly man studied him, but he seemed to Armando to be partly somewhere else, to be thinking of a plan. "I'm burying my brother today," he said.
"I'm sorry."
"Sorry is a pleasant word."
"I am, though. I don't have a brother, or a mother, or a father. The nuns raised me."
"Too bad."
"Until I ran away."
The man kept moving his eyes across Armando's face, as if searching for something there, bringing himself back from wherever he had been. "You want to make 2 lire?" he said at last.
"Si, certo."
"Wait then, don't move." Legs wet, his ragged shoes soaked, the awning dripping behind him and a line of cold nervousness running up and down his spine, Armando watched the man disappear into the house. He thought of running, but he was too proud to run. His stomach hurt from hunger, and 2 lire would buy him and his friends enough food to fill them up for a day or more. When the man returned, he was holding a parcel the size of a loaf of bread. It was wrapped in brown paper and tied with yarn. "You know the Spagnoli neighborhood?"
"Si."
"Take this there. Vico Politi, number 18. Knock twice on the door. A woman will answer. Tall, red hair. Give her the package and leave. Chiaro?"
"Si, very clear. What is it, food?"
The man stared hard at him for a moment, and then a small, mean smile lifted the corners of his lips. "You sure you want to know?" Armando nodded, suddenly afraid again. 3 pistols for killing Nazis. And if you steal them instead of making the delivery, I'll find you and break both your legs. Clear?"
Si.
The man gave Armando the package, then reached into his pocket and handed over 2 1-lira coins, beautiful pieces of metal, big bird on one side, some kind of prince or king with a curved nose on the other. "You remember the address?"
"Vico Politi, number 18.
"Good. Now go. And never come to this house again. If I have more work, I'll find you. Bye. Go." Armando didn't move. His legs were shaking from the cold and something else, but a string of steely notes was sounding in his brain. A song, a street kid's anthem.
"You know my name," he heard himself say in a steady voice. "But I don't know yours."
For a few seconds, he thought he'd ruined everything. The wide man was looking down at him, still as a closed garage door, not happy. The tiny smile was gone. "Zozo," he said at last, very quietly and slowly, as if it were an incantation. "Zozo Forni. Now go, before I break you in half."